Today's gonna be, you know, 8-9 hours. We'll see. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a minimum of 12, though. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a minimum of 12. I think Spell Hunter is good against everything that's not Q block. And by good, I mean it either has good matchups or mostly competitive matchups. I enjoy the type of gameplay that Spell Hunter plays, but it definitely has a hard Q block matchup. I don't think Death Shadow was ever that much better than a lot of the things that see play in Modern. I think a symptom of it feeling that way was that the people that were playing Death Shadow on average were just like much better Magic players than a lot of other people, so they were just like padding the results up. And like since Humans has come along now and is a deck where it also has a reasonable win rate, so a lot of those players have kind of diversified. Like the spiky spikes are no longer all on Death Shadow is basically what it comes down to. That's good, Burgle. That's a good thing to count. Honestly, seriously, that's a good thing to count. I think I just take Thalia's Lieutenant here, right? Yeah, this is just going to be one of those kind of brutal games. We get to go next turn. We can go. Oh, I should have done this. I wasn't paying attention. I was so excited about how nice our curve's about to line up here into them. We get to Thoughtseize them. That's a little annoying because now I can't quite discard spell all of them. Standard does not. I agree. If you probably didn't watch the standard video through the end, but I got two. Hey, Ghost Gengar, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got 2.5 matches into the standard deck, and I just the gameplay wasn't interesting. I was bored, and I don't like the standard market is so saturated on top of me feeling bored, so it's a Street Wraith. I really don't need a Street Wraith at this point, right? I've got plenty of ways to deal damage to myself. So I think I'm going to fetch to clear that. Do I want to traverse this turn? It doesn't add another card type to my... I guess this enables my traverses, actually, right? So I'm a liar. I do want this Street Wraith because it turns my traverses into magic cards. How do I know when the subscription runs out? If you dig deep into the bowels of your Twitch settings, there's an actual date that, I think I just missed a donation there. I need to load my dashboard. I did. Yes, West Balls with a $10 donation towards the Jund Reveler deck, please. 10 out of 10 will do. Thank you for the support. I think it's probably unfair. It's unfair to call standard linear. Like when I think about linear, like in the context of TCGs, linear generally refers to decks that are like trying to execute their game plan and ignore their opponent. And standard seems pretty interactive. It's just like the best way I could describe like why I was kind of not super interested in standard after yesterday. It just feels like it felt like the pace of the gameplay was just like dragging ass is the best way I can describe it. Morning Apprentice. So this is gonna attack as a slightly larger dork. Do I want to... I think I'm gonna go ahead and fetch Shock here. Grab a Breeding Pool. And I'm gonna go ahead and traverse for a Tireless Tracker, I think. Now that's probably wrong. Probably just supposed to get a Tarmogoyf. He's a 5/6. Yeah, I'm gonna get Goofy here. I guess I could get Shadow. This really sucks if they have a second Reflector Mage. But if I get Death Shadow here, I can play Shadow and snap Traverse next turn. So like the fact that they played this Verse Reflector Mage out kind of feels to me like they might have a second, but they could also just like not have another threat. I'm gonna get another shadow here. I think I'm gonna read this as they just didn't have another threat and they know they need to put pressure on the table. That's true. We could still get another shadow next turn with that. Holy Diva with the $10 donation. Small tip towards whatever deck that is bad but cool. Thanks for the content. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good day out there. And we'll put that towards something sweet. So we should have gotten Goyf after we see what they do. Yeah, that's fair because I couldn't snap. So for those that aren't quite following what the suggestions in chat are, we're saying we should have gotten a Tarmogoyf last turn because in the event I wanted to snap Traverse and play a shadow this turn, I had that option available to me anyways. Which makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, we have a bunch of land, so like Tireless Tracker is kind of exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with this shadow, I think, since I'm gonna get to put another one into play here. It's like crack you for 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and snap Traverse. And we're just gonna get Tireless Tracker with this since our hand is empty at this point. And like, if these two shadows aren't enough, Tireless Tracker. In case they are cocoing. How does that change anything? I feel like if they had Coco Burgle, they would have used it proactively last turn because they would have wanted to try and hit another Reflector Mage to send this back to my hand so they could start pushing damage. Yeah, I think if they had Coco, they would have used it proactively because if they had Coco, they could have also hit double Thalia's Lieutenant to attack through my 5/5 potentially. So I think based on the line they took, they didn't have Collected Company, or they were playing with it in a suboptimal manner. This is a Temur Battle Rage matchup, right? It's definitely a Decay matchup. It's definitely an EE matchup. I don't know if it's a Collective Brutality matchup or not. I could go either way on that one. These cards all seem okay. So Tracker was kind of cute there. Hey, Weekade. Thanks for all the great content. Thanks for the 2 months of support. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Welcome to everybody that's here already this morning. Battling some Modern. I'm pretty sure Brutality is good because of Coco. This definitely isn't a Stubborn Denial matchup. I think even with Collected Company, we don't want that card. How much discard do I want post board? I think I'm going to take out these Inquisitions. I would be inclined to keep Inquisition over Thoughtseize against an aggressive deck, but the fact that they have Collected Company makes me want to be able to discard that. No, I don't really do game design type stuff. I just play games. I have plenty of fun just playing them. I don't need to make them too. I think I'm going to trim the Tireless Tracker. I think he was cute to get there, but ultimately, like, games where winning that involved Tireless Tracker are probably winning anyways. What do you feel about this? This seems okay. You really think Last Hope is better than Veil? I don't know if I agree with that. I guess she kills Thalia and stuff, and she rebuys our threats, but our threats usually aren't dying in this matchup, right? Maybe. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1, I guess. I think these 2 removal spells are too slow. Is this a matchup where I trim a Street Wraith? Because they tend to be pretty aggressive? Is that silly? Yeah, Pulse is like, okay. It's like passable. I'm gonna trim a Street Wraith and bring in a Pulse. Yeah, you're right. They do work well together. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cut 2 Street Wraith. I think think especially on the draw, I don't want to be too aggressive with my health total. So my opinion on Bauble and Ponza. I think Bogle's is a very reasonable linear deck in Modern. I think Ponza is a rancid deck that the only reason it sees any amount of results is because people really love blowing up land, so lots of people play it. This hand is, let's call it ambitious, but I think I like keeping it. Yeah, we do have like a small, like, especially once we burn through our Revolt enablers, we do have a very finite number of things that can kill Mantis Rider. Well, I don't know if it's fair to say that Ponza loses to itself. Ponza just, like, loses to decks that get on the board very quickly most of the time, and, like, a lot of Modern is decks that get on the board very quickly. This is gonna name Fatal Push. I'm gonna want to jump off a building. Can I Fatal Push myself? All right, moving on up to the east side, to the deluxe fatal pushes in the sky. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You're right. We definitely could have put Death Shadow on the stack. You are 10 out of 10 correct. You are not wrong in that Death Shadow was a card we could have put on the stack. Morning Gamer. But everyone's having a great Thursday, almost to the end of the week. Been hanging out battling some Modern this morning. Got 3 or 4 decks lined up. We'll see how we do. And then later this afternoon, we're going to have our first set of Hearthstone donation decks. Yeah, Jake's feeling better. He stopped throwing up like 11 a.m. yesterday morning, and then he actually slept through the night, so that's good. I was worried. I didn't want to stream last night because Christy was out of the house, and like, if he woke up, I didn't want him to wake up and me be downstairs. So Jake went to school today. Seeming good. He was in a good mood yesterday afternoon. Just better to be safe than sorry. Probably just some new germs from daycare. New kids, new germs. Little plague carriers. This hand's pretty good. This hand's pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this on 1 here, see if we hit a 1 mana spell. That's technically a 1 mana spell. I should probably be more specific. I also started a little bit early, Dad, so morning and welcome. Live from the land of the Asian peoples. Well, good morning, Great Sky Dragon. Glad you're able to catch some live. I am still planning to play the black-green deck at the tournament, yep. That's gonna be my top choice for Louisville next month. Do I get to double Shadow next turn? I do, right? Actually, it's deal 3, deal 3. I'm not gonna fetch here because I wouldn't mind drawing another land. So I'm gonna go, we definitely want Overgrown Tomb, and I probably want my Blood Crypt since I already have the Kozilek's Return in my hand. Look at these incredibly fair 1/1s for one, chat. No, I think I'm pretty happy with the main deck I played. I might touch the sideboard a little bit. I'll have an article going up tomorrow on gatheringmagic.com talking about the black-green rock deck and some of my card choices and things I like and things I don't like about it. If you're in the subs Discord, I posted a preview of the article in the subs Discord yesterday. Alright, what you got? This makes my homeboy larger. That's a lot of ones, opponent. Alright, well this is an easy Thalia's Lieutenant, right? Is it an easy Thalia's Lieutenant? Almost certainly. If I had a third land guaranteed, I might roll the dice and let them keep the Lieutenant, but I have plenty of ways to kill this Kite Sail freebooter. I might as well attack, right? Because they can attack in for free regardless, because they're going to have Exalted triggers. Yeah, we did win game 1. That second game we just conceded was a post-board game. The game before this that we conceded was a post-board game. So I assume we're gonna see... I have another freebooter? Okay, so this is taking Engineered Explosives then, right? What's going on, Brick and Sky? So they played Territory and Freebooter. They have Pilgrim and Noble left. We're going to 7 here. Land. Really kind of wanted to land there. I guess we're just like on the beatdowns, right? So they can nug us for 3 in the air, but with these Abrupt Decays, we're not dead for like 3 turns, which is nice. And they drew a land, so they're gonna have some chump blockers here, but we have them dead pretty quickly. Like, especially if they deal 3 to us this turn, we have them under the double abyss, right? So like, these guys are 9/9s now, and like Temur Battle Rage is always lethal. Mishra's Bauble. Mishra's Bauble. Alright, what's on top of your deck? Well, that's a bag of dicks. That's a big old salty bag of dicks. They have the red card on top of their deck that kills us. Well, that's most unfortunate. And this game here is a great example of why I'm leaning towards playing the black-green deck over playing a deck like this. I like just the way this deck. I heard salty bag of dicks and now I'm here. It's going on, Mike. Good morning. Just like the way this deck is forced to manage its health total, they literally didn't have an option to punt. We double attack, they block with 2 guys, we Abrupt Decay another, and we're still at 4, and we still just die. Just like the way this deck is forced to manage its health total puts it in really precarious spots against decks like humans and some of the more aggressive decks in the format that the black-green deck is not forced into. Alright, so we get to do the scry trick here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at the top card of my deck. And that's a fatal push. I think I'm going to err on the side of not drawing that with this Thoughtseize, because I'd kind of like a Death Shadow or another threat. So if I wanted to draw this card, I'd cycle the Street Wraith before fetching. Please be a combo deck. Please be a combo deck. Alright. You ready for the grind, boys and girls? You ready for the grind? And take their Snapcaster Mage. Pass the turn here. Morning, Justin. It certainly looks like Espergorio. That's a good pickup. That's a real good pickup, yeah. What you got over there? What you got? What you got in your toy box? So I definitely just want to take this gift sun given, right? We don't want to take the Obs Adapt because that lets them draw Goryo's Vengeance. So play him a 5/5. Your move, Yugi boy. What's going on, Tara? Brutality would let them bin dudes. Well, I mean, I think they're gonna get to... They drew Obsidat and Iona. Okay. So they have double souls. I don't know. I mean, if they want to do this, like, they're dead real fast here, right? Like, kind of absurdly fast. Like, this is 15. They're dead in 3 here. We just, like, have to have them not draw Goryo. I'm like, sure, they have Lingering Souls now, but, like, these are just, like, time walks, right? And if we draw land and Temur Battle Rage, they're not even that. I'm actually just going to take away the front half of this Lingering Souls since I drew this. It is a $12 donation to add a new deck to the queue. All the details on how donation decks work can be found here. You click on that link. Spellhunter's been a lot of fun. That is definitely my favorite deck in Hearthstone's current constructed format. We're dead to a Goryo's Vengeance here, but I definitely just want to, like, make them have it at this point. Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and Fatal Push this, I think. Although 2 and 3 are about the same. Yeah, I'm gonna Fatal Push a blocker, actually. Just go to 3 here. Hey, look at that. Look at that, chat. Nice 1 point of damage. Loose. Loosey-goosey, opponent. The loosiest and the goosiest of attacks. Alright, Stubby D, get in my deck. Temur Battle Rage. Temur Battle Rage is actually kind of interesting. Because, like, their deck... What's the word I'm searching for? I guess Kozilek's... I guess I don't want Battle Rage to clear through Lingering Souls, right? I just want, like, Returns and Pulse and Engineered Explosives. This is not a Fatal Push matchup. This is not an Abrupt Decay matchup. This is a Liliana the Last Hope matchup. Collective Brutality seems okay. Do I have any other silly cards in my deck? And I think that's it. I really like that. I wouldn't hate another Brutality, but at the same time, it seems just, like, kind of okay. You think we want 1 Battle Rage? I guess 1 Battle Rage. That seems fine. Yeah, I agree, Burgle. I agree. This is an example. This is a good matchup where if I had a Gore Clan Rampager, I would definitely leave it in. But Temur Battle Rage is kind of medium. The best way for Twitch to tell me what's going on, Hiku. Good morning to everybody. Everyone's having a good time. Nah, man, I'm gonna leave a Battle Rage in. I like to get people. You're right. If you don't have Gore Clan Rampager, you should never board out all the Battle Rages. The best part about leaving some Battle Rages in matches like this, especially in paper, is when your opponent gets to look at you and go, "You left in Battle Rage in this matchup?" You're like, "Yeah, fucking kill you." That's the best part about leaving Temur Battle Rage in a matchup like this. You just, like, get to take your middle fingers and point them towards the sky. I don't think Lily's Edict means nothing. If they left in their Gifts Ungiven package, Lily's Edict can clear that off the table, assuming we have one of our tools to take care of Lingering Souls. All right, I assume there are Lingering Souls in my future based on the clearing of that. Path, Brutality. All right, am I okay with them getting into my hand again here? Yeah, that's fair, Burgle. I agree with that assessment, thinking on it more. I'm gonna take their Brutality, I think, since I have more discard to clean out the rest. Yeah, I guess Dismember is a little bit medium too. Yeah, I'd accept that that's wrong. Hey, Ghost Guard, thank you for the $12 donation. Put Aggro Scape Shift back in the queue. Donating and subbing today after lingering for months. Thank you very much for the support. I definitely will. We'll get that added. That's true. It does kill Ghost Dad. I'm just gonna take this Path to Exile, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and Bauble myself, and if I don't like what I see, I'll fetch. Yep, definitely fetching. Hey, Chris Slith, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I really appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can help me stay here full time, so thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, am I at a point where I don't like this new blue bit bed, so let's just skip to the red one. Please add the landfall deck I sent you yesterday to the queue. 10 out of 10 will do, Beetle. Thank you. Thank you very much for the very generous amount of bits there. I'm gonna open up my notepad so I can make nope. Don't update notepad. I'll update you later, notepad++. All right. Morning, Aaron. We are gonna play the Titan deck second today, so after this league. Nice, Chrisith. Yeah, we're gonna do more Hearthstone again this afternoon. I've really been enjoying that game for sure. I'm gonna take the Lingering Souls for now. I don't have a way to clear out the back half, and like this stubby D can potentially counter the, or I don't have a way to deal with any of them, so like taking out the front half seems fine. They drew the land to play it through the stub, which feels a little bit bad. Not having a threat is probably gonna be our downfall this game. Would you like me to shuffle them, Aaron, and do the Titan deck third? Do Bant Spirit second? I have no problems doing that. Still have a Tireless Tracker in my deck. I think I definitely want to take their gifts away here. Do I want to escalate this to gain some health? If I was going to do that, I probably should have put this Blood Crypt into play tapped, right? My sequencing here has been a little bit loose. Escalate to kill a spirit. I like that, actually. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's way better than draining. I still think I should have put this into play tapped. No, I'm pretty much done playing Hex these days. Sounds good, Aaron. Yeah, I think because I don't currently have a shadow and like I have this fetch land here anyways, I could have even maybe just held this for the time being. I've played a little bit of Eternal. Their mulligan system is incredibly lazy and frustrating to me. And what's the other thing? Best of one in a game that has resource variance is also incredibly frustrating. Get my 5/5. Go. Well, they're gonna take my card anyways. We're dead, right? We're I guess we're not guaranteed dead. We could draw more threats, but we're in a pretty bad spot now. Especially if they get to curve out. Oh, geez, they put an Obsidian in their bin too. I think Pokemon is one of the lowest variance card games I've ever played. So the fact that their mulligan choices have a little bit more variance, I think is fine on average. Spent a lot of time playing Pokemon TCG, and I think their mulligan system is reasonable considering the other tools that you have in Pokemon to kill people or to like smooth out your draws. Sorry, I was dying, so I said kill people. Hey, Mordosis with the $12 donation. Angel Cord back in the queue. 10 out of 10. We'll get Angel Cord back in the queue. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. So this does kill Ghost Dad. Did I hate any of my decisions? Brutality's kind of okay. We hated Liliana the Veil, right? That was the one we hated. Yeah, I agree. Like I tried a bunch of different things. I tried Eternal, I tried Test Legends. I basically tried I basically tried a variety of the indie games before I tried to play Hearthstone. And then like when I finally played Hearthstone, I was like, man, there's a fucking reason Hearthstone is the most popular digital card game. It is very well done in the gameplay. I personally find very enjoyable. It's very interactive. It has it's interactive while having a very quick pace to it, which is a nice change. Like, I like Magic and I like the longer games, but occasionally it's nice to like play something that kind of clips along a little bit. If Goryo's vengeance and hopes that it is wrong, then I don't want to be right. It's tough. It's tough to not love Goryo's vengeance and Obsidian. They are quite the pair. All right, I'm just gonna jam this Tarmogoyf, I think. You think I want to traverse for a land? I guess I'm pretty far from enabling it. Well, like next turn I can just traverse for a land and play the shadow, right? What are my thoughts on Elder Scrolls Legends? It was okay. I don't know what's that's probably the one I played the least. I installed that and Hearthstone at the same time, and I don't know what it was. Hearthstone just like it felt like it hooked me better than Test Legends did. Restos, damn it, Justin, damn it. Not this again. I don't think I need another green, right? I'd rather just have all black mana. Okay, I'm definitely killing this and escalating. What am I discarding, though? So kill your thing, look at your hand. Am I just spinning the Planeswalker to make my shadow larger? Is Gwent on mobile, Marty? I'm actually not sure offhand. Is Gwent a mobile game? Also, I just read a post that said Gwent was having like a 6-month hiatus from doing development, so I really didn't want to get involved in a game that was going to not be there soon. Ghostly Prison. That is definitely a modern legal Magic the Gathering card. You are a little bit late, Stubby D. Maybe I'm actually just supposed to... Yeah, actually, maybe playing this out was wrong since I drew Stubborn and I'm just supposed to, like, attack with this and hold this up. Yeah, if Gwent wasn't on mobile, I didn't think it was on mobile, but I didn't know for sure offhand. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and, like, hopefully beat them to death over 2 turns with this. Ghostly Prison is a weird inclusion to me because it doesn't protect their Jace Fringe Prodigy. Resto is at 1 Shahar, his championship against Reed in 2013 in combination with Cryptic Command. God bless Restoration Angel. Yeah, I'm sure they have a take the honorable way out. Yep. All right. Well, we're 1-1 after a close loss to humans in the first game, where our Death Shadow management of our health total kind of caught up with us. Welcome to everybody hanging out here this morning. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Glad I didn't scare you away. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. Stream Magic 30 plus hours a week here on my channel. If you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Subscriptions start at $4.99 a month. Or if you're one of the many people out there who has Amazon Prime, you can link that to your Twitch account and get Twitch Prime for free. And Twitch Prime gives you a free channel subscription to a channel of your choice every single month. It supports my content the same as a base subscription, but it doesn't cost you anything additional. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors. mtgotraders.com. Love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you, and if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. Mac Weldon provides premium men's clothing. Using code Jeff Hoagland, you can save 20% on your first order with them at bit.ly/Hoogle Clothes. They do lots of shirts, t-shirts, polos, pants, underwear, all sorts of different stuff there. Any rate, we're 1-1 with Traverse Shadow here. We've got a bunch more sweet modern decks coming up later today. We've got Amulet Titan, we've got Bant Spirits, and more. We'll see how quickly these first 3 leagues go. I plan to stream Magic until about 3 o'clock or so. So however many leagues we can cram in between now and then, we'll be playing. So probably 3 or 4. How do you get your face on that banner? I think that banner is probably about full, but the banner ads start at 200 USD per month. So if you want your face or service that's Magic, or not even Magic related at this point, that you think might be a good fit for advertising on this stream, feel free to drop me a line at that email address, jeffhoagland@linux.com. You definitely could scare me away. This hand could be anything. We have some lands and we have 2 mystery cards. Who doesn't love a good mystery card, really? So we get to do the old Bauble fetch land check. Survey says Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf is exactly what this hand wants. And so I'm actually going to save this Bauble to do another Bauble check here, because I'm going to draw this Tarmogoyf on their turn, and then I can Bauble check myself again during their end step, unless I need to play this Fatal Push. If I need to play the Fatal Push, I'm not going to have a choice. Well, that's a bag of dicks. Is bag of dicks offensive? Maybe I shouldn't use that in my vernacular, but that's truly unfortunate for the current state of our... God, it even just kills these two. Lordy. I should have looked at their top card there. Terrified, but still here. Thanks for the bits. Computers are bad. Sorry, I almost missed that. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I'll be right back. I had my window open to get some fresh air in the basement this morning, but the sun was getting hot out. Sadly, play my land. Go ahead. Buy a bag of dicks, bandit. Alright, we need a traverse or a fetch or shock land or basic land. Yep. Hey, there was a Justin with the bits. Damn it, Justin. Good news, we're flooding against the Ghostly Prison deck. Bad news, they're all fetch lands. God bless you, Traverse the Ulvenwald. God bless you. Good news, we have Tireless Tracker, chat. Who's ready for this Tireless Tracker to take my opponent to Value Town? Beep, 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 beep. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I am Abrupt Decaying this card. I am Abrupt Decaying this card. That costs 2 mana, of course it does. Like this, another Tarmogoyf. Yeah, let's just put some Goyfs into play here. Yeah, Tron's a fine donation deck. You played Tron on more than one occasion. I think it's very, very reasonable. What decks do I play nowadays? We play a whole lot of everything. Whole lot of everything. Yeah, I think our tracker is probably too slow, actually. I think I agree with that assessment. I'm gonna fetch a shock land tapped here since they can't take damage from Death Shadow anyways. And then next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does Enduring Ideal cost 7? It does, doesn't it? I believe we've died, chat. I believe we have lost the game. Right on time, Stubborn Denial. Right. Welcome to the party. Could we potentially kill them? Maybe. I definitely should have fetched at the end of the turn there. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with this Tarmogoyf. I believe I can counter the Enduring Ideal, right? So if we draw another... Oh, I should have gotten another blue source there, right? Because I could have Snap Stubborn. I definitely should have gotten another blue source because Snap Stubborn is not on the table now. Yeah, you can. Why can't I counter this? Yeah, it's a spell. It says you can't cast spells. Jeez, Burgle. You don't know the Oracle text on epic spells. Look at this. I'm actually getting punished here. If I had... If I had gotten another blue, I could Snap Stubborn Denial. And then I'd have had them dead to another land next turn. So, yep. So if I would have fetched accordingly, I would have been able to Snap Stubborn this. LQ with the $12 donation. Tron, please. Alright. We're dead. And we're dead. Okay, we're gonna take these Fatal Pushes out of my deck. We're gonna take these Dismember out of my deck, this Last Hope out of my deck. Get in here, Stubborn Denial. Get in here, Battle Rage. Get in here, Pulse. Get in here, Decay. Get in here, EE. Form of the Dragon says creatures without flying can't attack them, chat. Read the oracle text on form of the dragon. Geez, chat. I'm gonna really need chat to step up their game and learn their modern staples. Kids these days just have no respect or knowledge for what came before them. These whippersnappers don't know staples like enduring ideal and form of the dragon. This hand is great. It needs a threat, but it's pretty good otherwise. Ooh, Justin, 51 salty bits this time. Opponent mulligan to 5. Exile Dovescape for Gemstone Cavern. Sure. Collective Brutalities are to take their Enduring Ideals. Remember, personally, apparently they have Path to Exile as well. Yeah, if you're incipient, lose life, put a counter on it. I'm gonna take away their win condition there. I have plenty of removal spells here to their path. The opponent's deck is based around the card Enduring Ideal. For those of you that are wondering what exactly they're doing. Mystifying Maze. Yeah, buddy. Of the modern staples throughout history. Man, this is like a Maze of It that makes mana. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. Never have set up PayPal. I believe you could use a credit card to donate. Maybe that's not true. Maybe that's not true. If you can buy bits through Twitch, Robert Ward, with a credit card for sure. Looking for Tarmogoyf. Looking for Traverses. Yeah, I actually recently had someone ask if we could play Enduring Ideal. I think it's just a little bit too clunky. Like, I think it's just like a more clunky version of like the Curses deck that we played. I think the Curses deck is doing something similar while also being more competitive. Because like the Curses deck is trying to resolve a 5 mana do nothing spell as opposed to a 7 mana do nothing spell. Stay hydrated, chat. Stay hydrated. The big ol' stubby D alongside Temur Battle Rage here. This game should be done. Despite all his rage, he is still just a goyf in a cage. As someone will say, what is lost can never be saved. Oh my god, they have a Mystifying Maze. That's literally right there on the board, chat. I talked about it being Mazed of it. Alright, look, I'm not bright. I was drinking water. It's, you know, we're dead. We're dead. Mistakes were made. Got him. Got me. I boarded out my Tireless Tracker, right? I did. Alright, let's play that. I was like, they're empty-handed. Why would I do anything? What a blowout. I forgot about modern staple mystifying maze. M11 specialty here. Give him the D. Shame scoop. Why? They're dead. We are super far ahead right now. We are playing a second creature deals with maze. All right. This gives them a window to play something, but they'd have to have exactly second land plus enduring ideal to punish us here. I'm playing the Street Wraith. Go. I think I'm putting down the snap stub for a turn. If they go land enduring ideal, the snap stub might be good enough. For fuck's sake. What a tilt. We do not deserve to win this. Hey Jeff, I just wanted to say thanks for your content. Just found is getting better. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, Bardic. That's always really tough. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Lordy, chat. Chat. Oh no. Says things are not looking good for our hero, chat. Things are not looking good for our hero. I live in Cornfield, USA. Smack dab in the center of the Midwest. I guess I'm probably not in the middle of the Midwest. I'm in the Midwest. I mean, to be fair, this style of deck is probably one of their best matchups, right? Like, decks that give the opponent's decks a hard time are ones that consistently win on, like, turn 2, 3, 4. Am I supposed to snap pulse that? Probably not. Alright, what are you holding on to? You live next to a cornfield, yep. I mean, this game's not over by any means. My opponent, like, hasn't actually done anything to win the game yet. Well, that's getting snap pulsed, right? So our last card is Detention Sphere currently. When do we win? Eventually when we draw threats here. Actually seems okay for us. This lets us use this Abrupt Decay twice, right? I don't really want to traverse for a basic. I want to get more cards in my discard pile to turn this traverse into an actual card, ideally. Although I guess maybe I could. Nah, I'm at 3. I'm not gonna cycle this. Yeah, that's true. Amazing Snap is pretty bad. Don't apologize, Bardic. I appreciate the support. Glad to hear things are doing better for you. And then I'm gonna snap Abrupt Decay, the Ghostly Prison here. It's gonna be a long grind, chat. It's gonna be a long grind. It is true. It is Mother's Day this Sunday. There's a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type exclamation point deck list in chat. Need to hit him for 3 this turn at least. This Mystifying Maze is down. This maze has put in a lot of work. They'd have died without it. Been pretty impressive. I didn't counter the Halo because I couldn't counter the Halo. You need a 4 power creature for Stubborn Denial to be negate. We only have a 3 power creature. Oh. It's still early, so I'm gonna sit down for a little bit. Yep. I'm not casting Traverse because getting a basic land out of my deck doesn't really accomplish much. And I'd much rather have the upside of getting threats later once they kill my threats in play. Oh, maybe I should have Battle Raged there. Yeah, I think I should have Battle Raged there. This Shadow turns on my Stubby D, which is nice. It's actually our second hardcast Street Wraith this game. The first one got Supreme Verdicted. I don't actually think this deck is very good, Jedi Jeff. I think it's like fine, but I don't think it's like better than most of like there's a reason why people stopped playing this deck and started playing humans. That's potentially lethal this turn. It's been a slog, but it looks like there's a light at the end of our tunnel, chat. They don't have a piece of spot removal here. They're gonna die. No, probably not. We just play what's in the queue. It's a really simple system. Ew. All right. It's a little bit of a beating. We ended up slogging through that one. Onward to game 3. And for those of you that are just joining us and missed it, the first game they had turn 2 suppression field on the play, and we had a pile of fetch land, so we just couldn't play Magic. Do I want this Tireless Tracker to plow through my deck in the event something like just happened? Almost certainly. Almost certainly. What do I want to cut? Brutality seems good because they have Path and Wrath in their deck. Yeah, I agree. The only people still playing the Death Shadow variants are people that genuinely enjoy the playstyle, and that's fine. That's how a deck should be in Modern. I want to trim a Street Wraith. Nah, I need Street Wraith to put Shadow out quickly. I have a lot of good answers to fast Shadow. I'm going to trim one of those. I don't think that's strictly true control magic. In fact, I'm gonna time you out for saying that. If you wanna say something like that on this channel, control the magic, whatever your username is, you need to put on your big kid pants and use your words. You gotta tell me why. Why do you think Shadow has a bad humans matchup? Watch, I'll articulate myself in the opposite direction. I think the Shadow decks that have access to Temur Battle Rage have an okay humans matchup because they get to have removal for their key humans along with large threats that quickly end the game when backed by Temur Battle Rage. This hand's not good. I guess these two cards are both pretty good in this matchup. I just need a black source. Yeah, fuck it. Traverse is a live draw. As long as they don't have Reflector Mage. I mean, well, you have a bunch of discard spells to, like, poke through the Reflector Mages, right? Yeah, I definitely intend to try some Artifact when it comes out. We'll probably do a few hours of that every week at a minimum. If it seems like it's popular, we'll do more. Artifact, for those who are unaware, is a digital trading card game. That's right. It's not a CCG that's going to capture your money and steal it. That's being created by Valve, and it's being designed by Richard Garfield. He's made some good games, I hear. So, I'm super pumped to give Artifact a try. This hand is not padding out, to say the least. We had a second land, but is this the only other non-black land in our deck? I think it is, actually. These are, in fact, the only two non-black producing lands in our deck. Alex Magic, you can read my articles on gatheringmagic.com. I've written about several cards from Dominaria with regards to Modern and Legacy. You can also just like look at Modern results and see that there are a bunch of results of those cards seeing play in Modern. Just gonna go ahead and get Blood Crypt here. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack with Tarmogoyf to start, because I want to be able to get in under the Ensnaring Bridge. And then I'm going to go ahead and Abrupt Decay this Rune Halo. Smack you for 4. Other than Magic, what's my favorite Garfield game? I don't know that I've played any of his other games offhand. It's another one. It's unfortunate. It's going to name Charmer Goofy again or something else. So, can only target myself with this. There's a land on top. Well, that's quite excellent for us. I think I'm going to go ahead and play this E out for 3 here. The opponent is playing Enduring Ideal. Deal. I wonder, this feels like they have another sweeper in their hand, right? The way they've sequenced this. Hey, Tap Out Jones. Can I get my monthly 10-minute timeout, please? Of course you can. Thank you for the 3-month resubscription. Welcome back. I love that that's a meme on this channel. Just like the pleased. Oh, you know what? If my read is that they have another sweeper here, maybe I'm just supposed to play Liliana and plus there. Yeah, well, I guess the Liliana is a bad play because I want to pop this Engineered Explosives first, right? So I want to pop the EE before I just auto-passed through their turn because I was talking. That's really unfortunate. Should have 2 more mana this turn, and now I don't. Never gotten a timeout. Oh, fortunately for you, we aim to deliver. When are we going to start selling timeout shirts? That's a good idea. We need some timeout merch. They had another Wrath in their hand. Yep, sweet. I'd buy a timeout shirt. Do they draw Enduring Ideal? They drew Enduring Ideal. Alright, I mean, yeah, we're dead. Yep. Yep. Oh, it's a little brutal. It's a little brutal. The ley line is being backed up by the piles of lock pieces. It's gonna get us run over. We have a timeout emote. That's what the dunce cap on the number 10 is for. That's what this guy is. Also a timeout, please. The Weeb Army. I'm glad you're enjoying the Mac Weldon stuff. I've been enjoying it too. It's quality stuff. Says good thing about the sponsor, immediately gets timed out. But he asked for it. All right, so we're gonna take a look at their top cards so we have a little bit more information when we're looking at their hand here. Sweet. Storm. Storm's a good matchup for us. Huh. I'm gonna take a Barrel here, right? I'm gonna do this on their turn so I get a little bit more information. So I have another land next turn. I mean, a lot of them do die, right? That's why it's a terrible thing. And who knows why is a thing. Didn't I do it after my Bauble trigger? Oh, they hadn't drawn yet. I'm dumb. I was like, I'm gonna draw. Yeah, it needed to happen during their draw step. So I was like, I'm drawing a card, so their card will be different. Alright, I'm gonna take Gifts Ungiven here. I'm gonna shock this in 8. Twizzle, thanks for the bit. People tell me I'm not really subscribed to you until I get a timeout. Of course. Thanks for the bits. Alright. I'm gonna take the Manamorphose here since it's a ritual with this Braille. Pass the turn. Next turn we can go Fatal Push plus Death Shadow. Yeah, I'm not too surprised to see them not actually play the Shadow out here. They want to try and... Oh, Rick, not that you can send another message because you asked for your timeout. I refunded your donation yesterday because I wasn't sure I was going to have the appropriate dust to build the deck that you donated for, but after talking to my boss, she approved me to just buy Hearthstone packs whenever people donate for decks that I don't have the dust for. So if you want to send another donation for Q Block, I am happy to play that. So they got a loot here. We get to fetch shock and do this again. My boss. I mean, look, all the married people in the audience understand who look, the non-married people probably understand who I meant by that too. All right, down to 6. Smack you with my 1-drop. 1 mana counter spell plus 1 mana removal spell at the ready. Look, if you've never been married before, what you have to realize is that the key to having a successful marriage and a good relationship is a two-way communication street. And by that, I mean she talks and I listen. Yeah. All right, what are we doing, opponent? What are we doing? This is just like the desperation cycling while the Death Shadow's beating them down. Does that make the kids the mini bosses? Declan certainly thinks he's the boss. Declan certainly thinks he's the boss. An 8-threat deck that starts at a low health total. We're not an 8-threat deck, though. We have Traverse the Ulvenwald. Traverse the Ulvenwald effectively increases the number of threats you have by 3, plus this deck has a Tireless Tracker. So, like, we're an 11 deck threat. We're an 11 deck threat that's also only a 52 card deck. So we're playing 11 threats in 52 cards, which is a pretty good threat density ratio. Sorry, had to permanently ban someone. Thankfully, AutoMod caught their message, so I didn't even have to delete it. This is my stubby D. Enjoy. We played 4-color Reveler 2 days ago. So if you, Rick, with the $10 donation, glad to hear the boss is treating you well. Cube Block Life, thank you very much for the donation. We'll definitely be getting to that soon. Get that into the queue. Should we left both of our blue ends up there? Yeah, probably. Leaving both blue ends up there is probably good. All right, how many? Usually I like 3 ways to kill tokens post board. So 1 return, 1 Maelstrom Pulse, 1 EE. Last Hope is kind of slow. One emote for every 10th of a lifetime that guy got banned for. How much for a permanent ban? I'm happy to perma ban people if they really want it. You know? I like to trim some of the spot removal in this matchup because a lot of the times the opponent's deck tends to trim some of their creatures against a deck like ours. Tireless Tracker is probably too slow here. I don't think I want to trim more than 1 Fatal Push though, so what's my last cut here? I need 1 more trim this morning. I just really don't like... I basically only permanently ban people on the channel these days for 2 things. One is like directly attacking other people or being racist or sexist. And the second thing is like people that come back and complain about how we manage the chat. And it's like... if you really don't like how we manage the chat, instead of taking 10 minutes to come back and complain about it, just stop watching the channel. I get it, the way I manage the chat isn't going to appease everyone, but I manage the chat in a way that works for me. And if you don't like it, that's great. Run your own Twitch channel in the way that you like it. Less Temur Battle Rage can't possibly be right? I guess we're interactive enough that we don't have to try and cheese them, maybe? Maybe that's right? Yeah, I'd accept that. I just had a bunch of... it had a bunch of profanity in its Team Flugger boss. I say it needs some lands, but it's pretty good. I tuned to Jeff Hoagland's stream and all I got was a 600. That's great. If we do shirts, that's definitely gonna have to be one of them. That is quite the suggestion. And yeah, 10 minutes is a long time. So like to come back and like still be salty about it 10 minutes later, it's like, dude, you need something better in your personal life if you're going to be salty about this thing on the internet 10 minutes later. So I'm pretty obligated to kill this turn, right? Just the tier 2 to 3 subs. So tier 3 subs get to submit a new deck every single month. Tier 2 subs get to bump an already existing deck in the queue by 10 points. And the base tier 1 subs, in addition to supporting my stuff, they also get the option to submit new decks if they would like. When they talk about things like tyranny and stuff like that, that's my favorite. When they say we're tyrannical or whatever the word is. What's the word, chat? Somebody help me English. Electromancer, sure. We actually don't have a piece of spot. So the fact that they have Electromancers in their deck post board is actually pretty interesting. If we get to a game 3 in this matchup, which hopefully we don't, we're just gonna kill them. I'm actually gonna board back in that fourth Fatal Push because they clearly didn't board out many or any of these creatures. Oh, geez, there wasn't. I just assumed there was a land in the graveyard. So when I lose this game with them having 1 point of health, chat, I got what I deserve. When them being +1 gives them an extra turn, it's my fault. Which might actually be next turn, right? Because I'm going to attack for... No, I'm attacking for 14 next turn. If we draw a fetch land, we'll be 1 short of lethal next turn. A buckle up shirt with driving a combo jeep with spaghetti monsters. That's a good draw. It's a good draw. I know Brawl is that type of format. Do you see they are making some good changes? I did not see changes they announced to Brawl. I'm actually kind of interested in poking at Brawl. Brawl seems like a sweet kind of wacky standard format, basically. So I'm kind of interested in playing that. So $1 or 100 bits donated moves the deck up 1 point in the queue. So the system where the decks are in the queue is every day a deck sits in the queue, it accumulates a point, and every extra $1 or 100 bits donated towards it is an extra point. So very, very straightforward, fair system, I think, at least. We got 2.5 matches in Pimped Up Monk, and I stopped playing. It might have just been the deck we were playing, but it was seriously dragging ass. The gameplay was just very slow, and I felt like I was just sitting there doing nothing for so much of it. You can always find the current donation queue at that link, bit.ly/donation queue. Have you heard about the worm? For those that don't understand the reference to democracy, my stream is run just like the American democratic system. If you want to you can make anything happen on this stream that you want if you throw enough money at it. We work just like Congress here. For the right investment, this stream can be yours for an indefinite amount of time. All right, so we've got Battle Rage plus a Stubborn Denial. So kill you. Not enough That's true. We do actually work here, unlike Congress a lot of the time. Speaking of working here, thank you everyone for hanging out this morning while we're working, playing some Magic. We got one more match with this Traverse Shadow deck, and then we're going to play some Amulet Titan, followed by some Bant Spirits. We're going to be playing a bunch of Modern between now and 3 o'clock for the next 5 hours or so. Don't go anywhere. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel or checking out my sponsors. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn your cards into other cards or cash directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. And of course, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. At the very least, please make sure you hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try and put the names of the decks that we're playing on a given day in the stream title, assuming they all fit. Like tomorrow's 12-hour stream, probably not going to have all the decks in the stream title because it's long. If you can't catch my stream live, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. All of my streams get archived there, and I break them up by deck and by matchup so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. What if someone wanted you to play a Valakut Bogles combination deck? That doesn't sound particularly good. That sounds like a deck I would reject. Pro is the opposite of con. What's the opposite of progress? It's Congress. That's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure this is a mulligan. It's just got way too much mana in it. And I'm sure, yep, I was gonna say, I'm sure we're gonna get a no land 6 after mulliganing the 5 land 7. Jeff doesn't have enough patience to play control in standard. I can play control. I don't think the pacing of standard made for interesting content in the same way that Modern and Legacy do with the pacing of these formats. I felt like in addition to the games dragging, I just didn't have enough to talk about while the games were dragging to keep it interesting and engaging. Also, there's just like, there's a glut of standard content right now. Like if I refresh Twitch right now, the other the other 5 people streaming at the top of Twitch in the Magic section right now, 4 of them are playing standard and 1 is drafting. So am I supposed to fatal push this or Thoughtseize first? Unlike Congress, Jeff proudly displays who pays him the most money. That's true. That's true. We're very upfront about how the system works here. There's no, everything's above the board. Everything's above the board. I think I'm gonna lead on Thoughtseize because getting Thaliad next turn would feel really bad. I think this is just Phantasmal Image. I really just don't enjoy the 1v1 competitive EDH. I think best, like I mentioned this when we talk about Eternal card game. I think best of 1 formats feel really terrible in games that have resource variance like Magic. Yeah, but I feel like even the 30-minute games of Legacy, I feel like they have a lot going on in them on average. I feel like I have a lot of different choices that I'm making and different things to possibly be discussing in those long games. So again, it's not about the length of the games in Standard that really put me off. It was about the pacing of the games felt like that was kind of not ideal for the content that I wanted to be producing. And part of that's definitely like a byproduct of Magic Online, right? Like Magic Online is inherently kind of slow and clunky, like people often take their time. But Modern and Legacy especially kind of balance that out by having a lot of different things that we could be doing every turn. Like even just take this game, right? Like I had so many different 1-mana spells that I could have played out on that turn. They definitely don't have a spell in their hand, right? Just like 0%. Yeah, that's true, Burgle. That's true. I could have cycled to try and hit a land. I'm going to try and hit another 1-mana spell here to cast this turn, I think. You get around the resource variance by having turn 1 Soul Ring. Yep. Oh, this actually... There isn't another basic for this to get, is there? YOLO. Let's just stick Double Threat into play here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I was supposed to get red there so Battle Rage could be lethal. Yeah, I agree, Lurking Blade. I completely agree with that. No, I took Phantasmal Image out of their hand with Thoughtseize. Yes, Mr. Death Kills. I am happy for tiered deck lists. I'm always happy to pick out the deck myself. I'm talking about best of 1 in any game that has resource variance in it. Whether it be Arena, whether it be Eternal card game, whether it be 1v1 Commander or Brawl on Magic Online, I think best of 1 is really frustrating when your game has the variance inherent to card games on top of resource variance. Maybe I could have attacked with this. I don't know. I honestly wasn't expecting them to chump block that turn. If I knew they were chump blocking, I would have shipped with this too. So they definitely have a lot of draws that can kill us here, but I like pressuring like this. Like I said, I think fetching this was wrong because Snapcaster Mage is just okay. Whereas, like, Temur Battle Rage would be lethal. So, I think I definitely should have gotten a Blood Crypt the turn I fetched this out. Name me example of a best of one format / game. I just listed like 3 of them. Well, they just named Fatal Push with that. That was a good name. Dredge, please. Sounds good, Mr. Deathkill. Thank you very much for the bits. I appreciate that. So we're dead to Reflector Mage, we're dead to Thalia's Lieutenant, we're dead to Mantis Rider. I agree that Hearthstone is a good best of one. I mean, they named Fatal Push before we drew it for the turn. We are also dead to that one because there's a Fatal Push in our ban. Why couldn't they cast the push? Oh, they had Meddling Mage in play. They had Meddling Mage in play. Yep. Yes, they did. Oh, mistakes were made. I should have read more closely, Blur. Sorry. All right, what are we doing here? Speaking of, let's focus on winning now that I messed up. All right, stubs are out. Thoughtseize is out. Trim a Street Wraith. Trim Tireless Tracker. Let's go. Yeah, Meddling Mages, everyone. Yep. Spells cannot be named. Yep, it's symmetrical. I am doing Hearthstone donation decks today, Rick, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get to Q block today. I think I have 4 lined up already. We've played Amulet on stream before. Amulet's a really fun deck. It's got toolboxes inside of toolboxes inside of toolboxes. You know what's funny too? I almost was like, I'll make them click through. Then I was like, nah, I'm not going to make them waste the 30 seconds. Could Bogles be better than it appears because MTGO data is missing? Well, so what you have to understand is that all Magic data is flawed and inaccurate, especially Magic Online data. Magic Online data is left intentionally incomplete by Wizards of the Coast because Wizards of the Coast and the people that run it have this ridiculous idea that when a format in Magic is bad, it's not the designer's fault. It's not the people who manage the format's fault. When Wizards of the Coast sees a format that's bad, they blame information. So Wizards of the Coast intentionally hides information with relation to their formats. So none of the Magic data we have is very useful. We are halfway through a year and halfway to my sword. Jeskai Charming, thanks for the 6-month subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thalia is going to be pretty annoying, so I'm just going to go ahead and take her here. Next turn, I'll get to go Fetch Shock down to 12 and play 2 1/1s. We are 2-2 currently. So This Traverse is active already because of Street Wraith and Bauble, which is kind of great. So we can actually Traverse for a fetch land next turn to make these 4/4s and start attacking. Look at how incredibly fair this card is, chat. Here, hopefully on our way to 3 and 2. They have Vial, Mantis Rider, Lieutenant, and 2 cards we don't know. Kite Sail, Freebooter, rude. Is it better to just play a single plan deck in Modern? Or can it be something like Cobra Seal? It's both a toolbox and a combo deck be able to compete in Modern. I think the Cobra Seal deck is not tier 1 by any means, but I think it's a very reasonable deck. Remember, the thing to remember about Modern is that the 10th best deck and the first best deck, they're not that different in power level. Yeah, we played some Karn in Modern. We're going to play some Karn in Legacy coming up. Is traversing for Street Wraith better? Maybe. Maybe. They took my Traverse. That was the fatal push they didn't know about, right? So I just gave them extra information. Yep, 10 out of 10 gave them information. Yeah, I'm actually going to get Street Wraith here. I like that idea. All right, smack you for 6. Are the brawl changes good overall? I don't know that we really need to hold up push though. Thanks for giving me endless VODs to keep me busy at work, Gundog. Thank you for the 6-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Half a year. Blue-red Pyromancer. Is that like the deck that top 8'd the Pro Tour before the unbannings with like Thing in the Ice and Ancestral Vision in it? I did it again, didn't I? I literally just did it again. I literally just drew another Fatal Push and then cast the one that they didn't. Play matching cards, chat. Play matching cards. It's good for you. It's better for your health. Sweet. Sweet. 20 health sounds like it makes sense. Fetch land is lethal. Fetch land is lethal. Fetch land is lethal. We're so dead. We are very, very dead. Aye, 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 aye. We are very dead now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. They unbanned everything except Smuggler's Copter. More to dredge. Wife said I could spend one more time. I understand that check. Perfect. Sounds good. Thank you for the bits and the support, Mr. Deathkill. I appreciate it. Wait, does that mean you can play Emrakul the Promised End as your commander? Is that what that means? Can you play Emrakul the Promised End as your commander? Am I a bad person if I say that sounds sweet? Oh, that card rotated. No. I can't even tell you what sets are legal and what card sets are from. That's how long it's been since I played Standard, chat. That Hogland, he calls himself a professional Magic player. He don't even know what sets are Standard legal. You can play cat combo though. Wait, how do you play cat combo? Oh, you have to have a Just Guy commander, right? I think I'm fine taking this hit, right? I want these to be bigger. No, wastes technically aren't standard legal. Wastes technically aren't standard legal. So we're dead. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. The more I play green-black, the more I play the green-black mid-range deck and Jund mid-range, it really kind of shows me why this deck, the Traverse Shadow decks, and the Death Shadow decks in general, have become less popular in Modern. I really feel like the edge they gain from having this efficient threat is kind of negated by the balancing they have to do with their health total overall. As for this specific 75, I don't know if I really have anything to, I guess, I don't know that I'm a huge fan of Kozilek's return in the board of this deck. I feel like if I'm going to play a sweeper like this, I really want it to clean up Mantis Rider against humans. So, like, the fact that, like, Kozilek's return doesn't do that feels a little bit bad. Like, I have this sweeper on my board that isn't a great sweeper against the humans deck, so I think I'd probably try and change that out for something else. This deck could actually just play Fire Spout. It deals 3, and you can kind of control where the damage goes with it. I am taking all standard legal donation decks for Hearthstone Be Rich. My boss approved me buying more Hearthstone packs whenever people send in donation decks for cards that I don't currently have. All right, at any rate, we're moving on up. We're gonna